And we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might find yourself. It is another beautiful Saturday morning, and we are grateful you are here. Happy Saturday to you all. Happy Saturday to everyone that will join us here. It is so beautiful to have you here. It is so beautiful for us to be back again. We appreciate you very much. We appreciate you very much. We appreciate you very much. It is Saturday morning and we are grateful that you live. When you get on here, please share to be a blessing to others for us. Share to be a blessing to others to join us. Share to be a blessing for others to join us. We are grateful that you're here. How has your week been? How has your Saturday been? How have you been? Let me put this on silence. How have you been? Mine has been good. I'm looking this way because I'm sharing to our other platforms as well. But you are welcome to join me. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. It is so beautiful to be here. So today is another beautiful day God has given on us, and you all know how we do it. We are going to digest the topic. We are going to do our best to uh, um, 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 expand it. You are welcome to also bring your thought, your how do I put it? You are welcome to bring your ideas as well onto the conversation. All right. So you are very welcome as I share to other platforms. You are welcome to share, bring others on here as well. Bring others on here for us. Bring others on here for us to let us have this conversation. How have you been? How have you been? How has your week been? How has your week been? How has your week been? Mine has been good. I am grateful that we are alive. I'm grateful you're here. Share when you join on here. Share to others for us to let others join us. Let others join us. Let us have this conversation. How has your week been? How has your week been? Being open-minded. All right. Being open-minded. Being open-minded. Being able to have that mentality to accept or to have others also talk, to have others also speak, to have others to understand people, to tolerate people and not to judge them, to know that, hey, this is what I feel, this is what I think, but I am also going to give this person the opportunity to express themselves, right? So that is what we call being open minded, right? That is what we call being open minded. It is always good to be open, to accept new things, you know, to understand where that person is coming from, to understand how they might feel, being have some sympathy and for those for others as we go along, right? Be sympathetic, be empathetic towards what they are dealing or towards what they're saying, right? So be open-minded at all times, being open-minded to accept new things, being open-minded to learn new things, not being rigid, not being so rigid and say, oh, this is who I am, this is me, I can't change. You can always change. There is always a saying that we learn as we grow. Whoever is there, thanks for joining. Please share to be a blessing to others, right? But be open to learn new things. Be open to what is possible. Be open to what you might learn. Be open to what you can learn, right? Don't be too rigid. Don't be too hard on yourself. One second as I share this on our other platform. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Be open-minded. Be open to new things. Be open to the new possibility. Be open to learn new things. Be open to understand and know that, hey, this is what I had. This is what I needed. This is what this person is saying, or this is my mentality. This is what I've known all my life. But I am open. I am going to be open to understand or to listen to what that person is also saying. Maybe I might learn something from them. Maybe I might take a thing or two from them. Maybe I will understand. I'll be able to change my perception about something else, right? Maybe I'll be able to change my perception. It has to do with our perception. It has to do with what we think it needs to be. We should be willing to be open enough to understand that what we might perceive might not be exactly what it is, right? So we should be able to be to have an open mind. That is the word. I said, be open to what is possible. Be open to learning new things, to what can happen. To what can happen. You meet people and they tell you, oh, me, this is who I am. This is what I know. I cannot change this. I cannot. My dear, be open. Be open. Be open to the possibility of knowing new things. Be open to the possibility of understanding something else, of learning something else other than what you have set your mind to understand. Oh, this is who I am all my life. This is what I know. How about you have an open mind to see if you'll be able to understand or learn new things. I said, those who cannot change their mind cannot change anything. So if you are not able to say, this is who I am, but I am open to learning new things from this person. I am not going to judge this person the way I see him or her from the outside, the way he carry himself, the way he does things. I'm going to wait till this person talks. I'm going to wait till this person share his or her ideas to me to be able to understand him or her better. That is you being open. That is you putting yourself out there and saying, I might have my rules, I might have my principles, but I'm open for people to share their ideas. I'm open for people to share what they have with me. Because in so doing, you might end up learning a thing or two. In so doing, you might end up taking one or two things in addition to what you have. In addition to what you have. So be open to learn new things. Be open to understand that what you've learned all this while might not be so. What you've learned all this while might not be the correct information that you have. I said one's assumption are his or her window on the world. Scrap them off every once in a while to check if what you know is still the same. Sometimes you gotta scratch it a little bit, right? You gotta have a renewal of mind a little bit. Check and see if whatever I have is still the same. Check and see if all these things that all these years I've known is still the same. Scrap it a little bit. Reshuffle your mind a little bit and see. You know, it is good to sometimes talk with people out there to learn new things. AJ Abraham says something that when you see him with his children, his children in the Lord. It's nothing. It's just so that he get himself updated with the things that are going on, that he get himself abreast with time. So sometimes it is good to scrub what you've learned all this while. It is good to scrub it sometimes. It is good to put yourself out there to see what exactly is going on. This is what I know. Is this still the same? This is what I've known for 36 years, for 20 years, for 18 years. Are they still the same? Are they still the same? So once a while, scrub those mind a little bit. Check if what you know are the same. If what you know is still the same. If what you know is what every person is using. If what you know is the same thing that everybody knows. It might be that you need to reshuffle. You need a change of mind. You need to learn new things. So check on daily once a while. All right, go out there and put yourself out there. Go out there and check on these things. Go out there and understand if, hey, what I know is still the same. Go out there and check on it. All right, go out there and check on it. I said be open to learn and appreciate what the world has to offer, what the world has in stock for you. As I said, what you know now might not be what will be trending a year from now, even months from now, right? So be open-minded to learn new things. Be open-minded to accept people when they come in. Be open-minded to understand where they're coming from. Never let your perception, how do I put it? Jail you, right? Never let your perception jail you that, oh, this is my mentality, this is my perception, and so this is all I know. Never let that prevent you from learning new things, prevent you from going all out there, prevent you from putting yourself out there to learn new things. So be open to learn and appreciate what the world has to offer. Be open to appreciate what your family has to offer. Be open and appreciate what your friends have to offer. Be open and appreciate what even your job has to offer to you. Don't be too closed off. Don't be too closed off. Never make your perception on the fact that that person dressed that way. Never make your perception on the fact that that person behaved that way. Never make your perception on the fact that that person say this, and that, and so this is who they are. Be open-minded to be surprised. Be open-minded for your mentality to be changed. Be open-minded to learn. Sometimes all you got to do is just listen, right? To know why that person is behaving that way, or the reason behind their behavior, or the reason behind what they're dealing with. So let's use example. You go to school and you see how people dress, right? And right then you've had a perception about how certain people dress. And so the moment you saw that, you're like, oh yeah, that person is this, that person is that. You closed off. You've already formed your perception about those people. You've already formed, have your mindset, right? And so you end up labeling everything the same way because of your perception, because you're not open-minded, because you closing yourselves off, because you like, oh, this is who I am, this is all I've known, and so I cannot change. Be open-minded. Have an open mindset to learn new things. Have an open mindset to understand new things. Have an open mindset to know that, hey, though I know this, though this is what it is, but I am going to be open to learn new things. I'm going to be open to the new possibility, right? I'm going to be open to what I can learn from others. What have you been open-minded about? Or what have you been, let me put it that way, what have you been closed-minded about? Right? Understand that what you know might not be the same thing or might not be what is trending now. What you knew 10 years ago might not be what is trending now. So do not be rigid. Do not stay in that past. Do not sit there and say that, oh, this is it. I can't change it. Do not say that. Because when you are open-minded, you become empathetic, right? You learn to understand people more. You learn to understand people more. Don't be too closed off. Don't say that this is what I've known and so I cannot change. 1 second as I share on here. Don't be too closed off. Right? Don't be too rigid either. You get people, they're like, oh, me, I can't change my ways. Oh, even when that thing will benefit them, even when that thing would go a long way to benefit them, right? They're like, oh, me, I cannot change. Meanwhile, they are sitting there struggling or suffering. Oh, me, I cannot do this. Oh, me, I cannot change. Don't be too rigid. Be open. Have an open mindset to learn new things. I said, hear others out and remain open-minded. So when you are being talked to, when you are in conversation with people, don't make your mind up that, oh, I've already taken my decision, so I'm not going to listen to what that person is saying. You might have made up your mind, but that person might say one or two things that might end up benefiting you or might end up you adding to what you have. So have an open-minded. Stop being so rigid. Oh, this is what I've been for 20 years, so I cannot change. Really? Meanwhile, you're sitting there struggling. I said, don't think you know everything, and so you will not listen or hear what others say. Can I say that again? Don't think you know everything, and so you will not listen to what other people say. You will not listen to what they are telling you about an issue, about a situation, about what you're dealing with. Don't think you know everything. Nobody can know all. Nobody can know all. What you might know might be do I use the word a cake? What you might know might not be trending now. What you might know might not be what is going on now. What I knew 3 years ago might not be what people are doing now. So don't be too rigid. You're welcome, Kinson P. Don't be too rigid. Be open-minded. Be willing to accept new things. Be willing to learn new things. Be willing to know that, hey, even if I don't want to listen, let me just have an open mindset in order to get that person's idea, in order to know what that person is thinking, in order to know how that person is thinking, or in order to know what is going on out there. Oh, me, this is who I am. Oh, me, this is what I am. Oh, me, I cannot change. Oh, me, really? Why are you so rigid? I want to hear on the see on the comment section. What have you been close-minded about that it ended up hurting you? It ended up letting you feel like feel old. What? I said, don't think you know everything. And so you will not listen to others or hear others. That will be the day you learn something new. That will be the day that you will say to yourself, oh, so all this while I was thinking that this is right. So all this while I was thinking that I knew this. Oh, so all this while I was thinking that this. Be open-minded. Be open-minded. Oh, me for God knows how long. This is how I am. This is who I am. This is what I know. So how about you have an open mindset for me to tell you something else, or for that person to tell you what they think about whatever the situation that you guys are dealing with. Thanks for joining, Ma Joyce. How about that? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about that? I said, be open-minded, but not an empty-headed. Be open-minded, but don't be an empty-headed too. Know something. Know about what is being talked about. Know about what is going on. Know about that is why you need to abreast yourself with time. That is why you need to continue learning. That is why you need to be open to learn from even your children. Because what you knew 1905 is not the same thing that is going on now. What you knew 5 years ago is now what is trending now. Time changes. The world is in constant revolving, right? The world is changing every day. Tomorrow there is something new. The next hour there is something new. So being open-minded is to your own advantage, is to push yourself out there. But you, when we tell you, oh, this is who I am. Oh, this is what? This is how I am. I cannot change. I cannot. Sit there. The world will move and you will still be in that same space because you're not open-minded. You're not giving chance to new things. You're not giving chance to what might come, to what you might be able to learn, to what you might be able to achieve when you are open-minded. Be open-minded. Have an open mind. Have an open mind. Have an open mind. See, it's not, I'm not sitting here saying it's easy. It's not easy for somebody who's known something all their life, right? To say that they're trying to change it or they're trying to conform with what is going on. It takes time, but be open-minded. Be willing to learn new things. Just have that. I said, do not just carry the same perception about one situation to others, right? So you go to school and then you see some people dressed some way and you're like, oh, this is who they are. Without even talking to them, without even drawing close to learn why or what is causing or what is making them dress that way, right? Thanks for joining, Richmond. I said, if you can't change your mind, you can't change anything. It's okay to disagree, but be open-minded to learn something new. It's okay to disagree with what that person is saying. It's okay to say that, oh, this is what I know and this is what this person is saying. I don't think it's the same. At least you are open-minded enough to listen to them, right? You open enough to listen to them. You open enough to understand them. You open enough to sit there and listen to what they have to offer. Because remember, open-minded people are open to new ideas. They are open to what that next person has to say. They are passionate about their own belief, yes, but they are also considerate about what others think. They are also considerate about what others think. So are you considerate about what other people think? Or you are too rigid? You're too rigid to be considerate about what other people say. My spiritual mother will say, they are like aloha. And why I try to train them? They are right? They are stiff. They don't want to change nothing. Be passionate about what you believe in, but be also considerate about what other people believe in. As I said, you might learn a thing or two from them. You might learn a thing or two from them. So be open-minded. Be open-minded. Don't be too rigid. It will not help you. Imagine you still using how do I call it? This big phones. Meanwhile, we are in the modern age. And they are, even if you don't want a bigger phone, they are new phones, they are new technology around. And you are still sitting, you are saying, oh, me, when I was growing up, this is all I knew. So this is all I have to stick to. Be open-minded. Be passionate about your belief, but be considerate about others' belief too. Be empathetic towards other people's feelings. Right? And you sit there asking me, so Amanda, what is the characteristics of somebody who is an open-minded? Let me share this right here. Maybe you're sitting there asking yourself, am I open-minded or am I closed-minded? Are you open-minded or are you closed-minded person? Are you willing to change? Yes, Rich Monroe, fixed mindedness is disastrous and it's a hindrance to growth. There. So maybe you sitting there asking yourself, am I an open-minded person or am I a closed-minded person? Are you willing to listen to others? Are you willing to put yourself out there? Are you willing to just even take a time to understand what other people are saying? If you can answer this question, depending on what the answer is, you will figure out which one you are. So I said, open-minded people are curious to hear what others think. Is that you? Is that who you are? Are you curious to hear what others think about a situation, about what is going on, about a trending issue, about something that even your family member, like, are you eager to listen to what your family member has to say? Are you eager to hear that? Are you eager to hear what they have to say? So an open-minded person will be curious to hear what others have to say, right? Or what others think. They are willing to have their ideas changed or challenged. So yes, this is what I feel, this is what I believe in, but I'm willing for you to bring your argument. I'm willing for you to tell me what you also think about the situation. I'm willing to put my thoughts out there. I'm willing to be challenged, right? I'm willing to be challenged. This is what I know. This is what I think I know, or this is what, in fact, I know. But I'm willing for you to bring your argument. Let me listen to you to know what you also think about this situation. Let me sit there and listen to you to think about what you think of this option, right? So they are willing to have their ideas challenged. This is the reason why we have to do it A, B, C, and Z. This is me. I've brought it. But I'm also willing for you to bring yours. Why you think that we should do it different than what I've brought on the table? Are you getting the picture here? Right? I said they don't feel angry when they are wrong. They accept their mistakes. They don't feel angry when they are wrong. They accept what they did wrong. They accept where they faulted. They accept it. They don't feel angry about it. They don't feel angry about it. They don't feel angry about when they are wrong. They have empathy for others. They have empathy for others. They understand what others are feeling. They know what others are going through. How do I put it in layman's terms? They feel others' pain. So an open-minded person is curious to learn or to hear what others say. They are willing for their ideas to be changed. They don't get upset when they are wrong, right? And they are empathetic towards others, right? They consider what others think. And I wrote something, I said, they are humble about their own knowledge and expertise. If you've seen any open-minded person, right? They are so humble to what they know, even when they know more. They are so humble to listen because they always want to tap ideas from others. They always want to get nuggets from others. They always want to get inspiration from others to add up to what they have. They are not closed off. They are willing to associate with others, right? Because they know that by so doing, they'll be able to learn one or two in addition to what they know. They don't go out there bragging, right? I said they believe others have the right to share what they have. They believe others have the right to point out what is going wrong. They believe others have the right to voice in to whatever we're dealing with, right? Are you open-minded to new things, or you are closed off? Are you open-minded to accept what others are saying if you're wrong? Are you open-minded not to judge everything with that already formed perceptions that you have, but to give people a chance to show their character or to portray what they have? Why is it so important to be open-minded? Why do we have to be open to understand or to learn new things? Why? I wrote here, I said, being open-minded It can help put our differences aside and cooperate to progress as individuals. So I don't agree with what you're saying, but I am open to a challenge. I am open for you to bring your argument. I am open for you to bring your point. I am open for you to make your case. Because in so doing, can we move forward? That's why last week, not last week, Amos 3:3 says, how can two work together unless they agree, right? So we can disagree to agree, right? I said it helps us accept unfamiliarity. It helps us to accept the things that we don't know. It helps us to accept the things that we thought it was something else. It helps us to accept those. It helps us to be open to new ideas, right? So you remember when I started, I used the scenario. I said maybe you've known one thing all your life, all your, let me use my age for example, all your 36 years, right? You've known that one thing, only for someone to come and say, hey, this is now what it is. It's not going to be easy. But being able and being willing to learn what is going on, to learn what is new, to learn what is trending, to learn what does the new age has, makes the difference. Right? So if I know how to make soup in a certain way, and now there is a new way in making it that will make it even more nicer, or will make it taste better, I need to listen to that lady, right? Even if I don't want, I will not take, I need to be able to have my opinions challenged, have my thoughts challenged, right? Have my ideas challenged. So it helps us accept the unfamiliarity, right? I said being open opens up opportunity to learn from others. So like the example that I just gave, this is gonna give me the opportunity to learn from this new lady, right? To learn that thing that I thought it was, oh, it's current. Meanwhile, it's a kid. Meanwhile, it's old, right? So it's gonna give me that ability. It's gonna give me that opportunity to learn new things, opportunity to learn from that new person, right? 1 second, let me share right here. So it gives me that opportunity to learn new things, opportunity to learn from somebody else, to have my ideas challenged, as we said earlier on. I said it helps one grow as a person and learns more about the world around them. Don't be too rigid. Don't be old school. Don't be a kid. Don't think that, oh, what you knew is what is going on. Yes, there are most things that you would have to stick with, right? But you can also learn new things. Have the mindset to learn new things. Have the mindset to put yourself out there. Have the mindset for your ideas to be challenged, right? For your ideas to for people to challenge those that you know. For people to challenge that you know, right? Be willing, be open-minded, be willing for that, right? Be willing to that. I said it makes life more less restrictive and more enjoyable. It helps us not to put a cap on certain things. It helps us to be able to change. That's why I keep saying don't be too rigid. It helps us to be able to bend to the situation, to be able to bend to what is going on, to be able to conform to new trend, to be able to learn new things. Be open-minded. Be open-minded. Gain knowledge from being open-minded. Make connections from being open-minded, right? Reduce stress, reduce conflict from being open-minded. This helps us accept change. Change is a very difficult thing for people to come by, right? But being open-minded allow us to accept those changes. It allow us to learn new things, as I said, right? I know this. This is how I know how to do it. But now this is not how it's done. So now I have to accept the change, right? So it allows us, or it helps us to accept change, right? It allows us to gain insight, right? Gain insight on new things, gain insight on new perspective. As I said, the world keeps changing every day. The world keeps changing 24/7, right? So don't be closed-minded. Don't be closed-minded. Yes, sometimes people are afraid of change. People are afraid for their ideas to be challenged. People are afraid for all that they've known all this while to be changed. But it is only when you are open-minded, it is only when you give way that you'll be able to learn new things. What are you closing off? What are you being closed-minded on about? What do you have to do? Or what do you have to change that you think that, oh, I've known all these all my life. This is who I am. This is who I've grown to be. So how can I be open-minded to be changed? But ask yourself these questions. Is that thing that I'm doing, is it helping me? That decision that I think that, oh, I've taken, and this is all I know, this is all my life, my 36 years, my 20 years, my 18 years, my 50 years, my 70 years, this is all I know. Be open-minded. Try new things, not just anything. Things that will bring progress to your life. Be willing to give it a chance. Things that will bring improvement in your life, be willing to give it a shot. Be open-minded enough. Don't be too rigid. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Change is hard. Change is very hard. But when you give change a chance too, its reward is enormous. Its reward is great, right? Change is hard. But once you are open-minded about it, once you don't say, oh, this is me and this is all I can do. I'm not going to change. I can change. You know, you meet people that they say, I cannot change. Meanwhile, they're struggling. Meanwhile, they're struggling. 1 second. Let me share onto somebody. Meanwhile, they're struggling. Right? They're like, oh, me, I can change. Me, this is, but you are struggling. You are used to the old stuff. You are stuck in the oldies. Meanwhile, the world keeps changing every day. Meanwhile, listen, sometimes what you even know an hour ago is changed. Because we're dealing with a revolving world. That doesn't mean that if whatever is changing is bad, then take it or change with it. No, that's not what we're saying here. I want us to get this clear. That's not what we're saying here. We're not saying that be open-minded to negative stuff. No. Be open-minded to those positive things. Be open-minded to the things that will bring improvement to your own life. Be open-minded enough for your ideas that you've built. This 36, this 20, this 18, this 50 years. Be challenged and know what you can take from it, is what we're talking about here. So yes, Amanda, I was closed off. I've been closed off about something. I've been closed about new things that are going on. Look at if whatever is going on that you need to look at, if that will be beneficial to you. If it's not going to be beneficial to you, then that's fine. But if it's going to help you improve, if it's going to help you grow, if it's going to help you move from point A to point B, then look at it. Have those things challenged. Have an open mind. Don't go out there with already formed perceptions. Oh, because that person did this, so this is who this person is. No. No. Be open-minded to understand that things are going to change regardless of how they are. Whether positive or negative, they are going to change. Whether positive or negative, they are going to change. It's what you make with it. Right? It's what you make with it. So being able to have that challenge, being able to understand that people need to share theirs too. Let them share and let me see if I can add up to what I have. Because I said something, I said, it is okay to disagree, right? But being open-minded is to learn something new. And I also said that every open-minded person is humble to their own knowledge and expertise, because what? They want to learn new things in addition to what they have, in addition to that thing that they think everybody is praising them for, right? Be open. Be open to new ideas. Be open to new thoughts, new ideas. Let people have the floor. Let people have the platform. Let people have the chance to speak forth what they also think. Because guess what? You might learn a thing or two. You might learn a thing or two. So don't be close-minded, right? Don't be too close-minded on stuff. Don't say that, oh, this is me. Yes, this is you, but you can do with some change. Yeah, this is you. You can do with something that will help you improve on what you're dealing with, right? So don't be too closed off. Don't be too closed off on that. Be passionate about what you have, about what you believe in, about your thoughts, your aspirations, but be considerate of others too. Be willing to listen to that person. Be willing to give a listening ear to that fellow. Be willing to have them speak their mind and think of what you can pick from it. Have you realized that you are so closed off, and so something that you need to get done is still not getting done? Because maybe that idea or that procedure you are using is archaic. That procedure you are using is out of fashion. That procedure you are using is out of fashion. So that is why you are not getting the result that you need to get. You move with a trend, right? As they move, those positive trends, as they move, you move with it. That is the only way you can constantly grow. You learn from the new trend. You learn from new things. You learn from what is going on. Keep yourself updated. Don't be that fellow that say, this is all I've known and so I can change. This is all I've known all my life, so I cannot change. This is all I've known all my life. Meanwhile, that thing is causing you harm than good. I can't change it. I can't. I can't. Really? Where has that gotten you? What has that brought in? What good thing has that idea that you've sat on, or that perception that you've built brought you? Hmm? What has it brought you? What has it brought you? Are you open to new possibilities? Are you open to what can happen? What can change in your perception? What can change in your life? What can change in that situation? What can change in what you're dealing with? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about that? Maybe you asking, why do I need to be open-minded, right? We've spoken about it, but those of us that just joined us, it is always good not to be closed off. It is always good to leave some room for change. It is always good to leave some room for what may be, what can happen. It is always good. Don't think that you are so grown and so you cannot change your mind. Don't think that you are so out there so you cannot change certain things about you. Don't think that you are so out there and so your mentality cannot be changed. There is always a saying that work smarter and not harder. So if that thing that you are working on, if the procedure you are using is making you work harder, and somebody has an idea, a good idea, a legal way that can make you work smarter, you telling me that, oh, this is all I know and so I cannot change? You want results, right? And so be open. You want results, so be open. You want to move ahead, so be open. You want to learn new things, so be open to what you can learn. Be open. You want to get certain things done, it is not being done. Be open. Learn. See, I've come to understand that even the little ones, right? One sec. Even the little ones can teach we the old ones things, right? That we've been so close-minded about. The little ones that are coming, our children, right? They always knowing something new. They always have something new as to how we can do stuff, as to how we can do this, right? So learn from them. The saying that goes, you can never teach an old dog new tricks. I don't see that to be true. Because as long as that person is willing and able to learn, they will. As long as that person is not close minded, they'll be able to learn new things. As long as that person has the heart and the mind to learn, they will learn. So when you get or see somebody that says, "Oh, me, I cannot learn new things because this is all I know," that person is not willing to change. That person is not willing to change. He's not willing to put himself out there. He's not willing for his ideas and ideologies to be challenged by somebody else. Some people also think that, oh, if that person, if that small little girl or little boy show me, or that young man teaches me something, then I've lost my how do I put it, my respect. No, it's never so. You don't lose anything for being open-minded. You rather gain. You gain from being open-minded. So be open-minded. Have that mindset and say that I am going to be open to learn new things. I'm going to be able or open to have my ideas and ideology be challenged by somebody else. Have that. I'm going to be willing to learn, to understand, to know what I've missed all this while, what I can learn now. Be open-minded. Be open-minded and don't be too closed off. Be open-minded and don't allow yourself to be boxed in by your perceptions that you've put across, by those pre-perceptions that you have about people, that you have about situation, that you have about whatever is going on. It is only then that you'll be able to evolve. It is only then that you'll be able to understand what you've missed all this while. It is only then that you'll be able to learn new things. One's assumption are his or her beliefs of how the world is. It is sometimes good to scrub those mind a little bit. It is sometimes good to put your thought in there and maybe search, is this still valid? We saying scrub your mind here doesn't mean go and use scrubbing brush. No. That means renew what you have learned, renew what you've perceived of all this while, renew what you have all this while, and check if they're still good, check if they're still valid, check if it's still current. That's the word there, current. Maybe what you're dealing with is old-fashioned, is out of the system, is no more trending, is no more the go-to result anymore. But because you are too closed up, because you are too close-minded, excuse me, you cannot learn any new things. Be open-minded and let good things come your way. Be open-minded and let yourself live to learn new things, live to accept people, live to accept new ideas. Be open-minded to understand where you are and where you need to be in this current age. Be open-minded to have that idea that you have being reviewed. It is only then and only then that you can grow. It is only then, as my son said here, he said, fixed mindedness is is disastrous, and it is a hindrance to one's growth. Ma Joyce Roy says, no one knows everything in the world. So it pays to be open minded. Time changes. Don't be too out of trend. Don't be too out of trend. Be curious enough to learn new things. Be curious enough to know what others think. Be curious enough to know what that person thinks. Be curious enough to know how somebody is able to achieve what you've been sitting around on all these years. Be open to new things. If you're joining us now, this is a dose of encouragement. And I am your host, Amanda Akrofi. I am also your founder of ADOEI Incorporated. Hey, come next week is the day for our social impact project. God has been good, and we pray that we get a good weather, everything moves smoothly. But come next Saturday is our social impact project. As I said, we are opening it up to the public. If you are in Ghana, all road leads to Kwabenya Motherly Love Orphanage on Saturday the 26th. You are more than welcome to join us. If you want to be physically involved, IM me or DM me on here, and we would give you the necessary information and necessary things that you need to know or what you need to get to join us. If you also say that, hey, Amanda, I cannot be there physically, but I want to support you guys with my substance, you are welcome. ADOEI is a registered 501c company, a non tax exempt company, that you can write off your donations, right? You can write off anything that you give to us, both here and in Ghana as well. You can write it off. We are a non-profit that is registered under the law. So you are more than welcome to support. If you say you can't go with us, but you want to support us, you are more than welcome. On our website, www.adoei.org, I'll put it on here. We have our donate button on here, on there, and you can donate onto us. If you also say that, hey, I want to send Momo or something, you are also more than welcome. We'll give you number to send ADOEI.org, right? We can give you that, and then you can support. But either way, if you say that, hey, I can't support you, but I want to be part, you are more than welcome to join us. But let's go out there and put smiles on these kids' faces. This is our God-given responsibility, right? This is our God-given responsibility. And I say that if we have to do, we have to do and do it well. Thanks for joining, George. We have to do and do it well. So if you are willing to join us, you can contact myself or George here, and we'll give you the necessary information. But all road leads to Kwabenya Motherly Love on Saturday. You are welcome to join us. Let us go have fun. At the same time, do our God-given responsibility. Also, if you haven't checked our website yet, that is it on there. Check it out, because we're building a community away, a home away from home, that you won't be judged, that you won't be looked down upon. All right, you can go ahead and check us out. All right, we are our sole mission, or our main goal, is to help end poverty through our own way, through our social interventions, right? Through our own little way, all right? So you are more than welcome to, George has put his number on there that you can reach him personally. So you are more than welcome to join us. But yeah, all road leads to Kwabenya on Saturday, the 26th. God has been good. And so don't be, as I said some time ago, do not be a blessing stopper, right? Do not be a blessing stopper. Pay forth that blessing that God has given you. Pay for that blessing that you have received. Pay for that good thing that you have received by joining us on Saturday, the 26th. And with that said, 26th, we will not have our normal session. We will bring you live feed from the donation. We'll bring you live feed from setting up and all that. So look out for that. George will put more information on here, but we will have our normal session where I sit here and for us to chat. It will be you looking into what one of the main reasons why ADOEI exists, right? You'll be watching that as our people back home take that journey to Kwabena to support those that are in need, those that need our support, those that need even just our worth, those that need what we have to offer. So you are welcome to join us. If you don't know who I am your founder and host of ADOEI, A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. And I thank you all so much for joining. It is always a blessing to have you here. As I always say, I love you all so much. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing, even if you try, there is nothing that you can do about it. All right. As you keep ADOEI to the world, right? May God honor you, increase you, bless you, and answer you speedily when you call. Until I see you again, let's keep this video going out there. I sign out. I will see you again. Let's have a fruitful Saturday, a blissful week ahead. And if you need to get in contact with us, as I said, George has put his number there. You can also message me on Facebook on here, and we will know how we're going to take it. My Joyce, I'm coming for our donation from you. You there, I can say that to you on here. My Joyce, I'm coming for your support. That one, I have to take it whether you like it or not. So you'll be seeing my call very soon. But until then, I sign out. Thank you all so much. Be blessed, and I'll see you next week.